Here back in the Fantasy Bar. Friday is here, and we are back with 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, including a couple of my favorite stacks. We'll get started for you with a value piece in each one to save you some money. A starting pitcher that's going to get an ownership discount off a couple of chalky guys tonight, and I love the spot for him. And a beast of the night you are getting a significant discount on, in my opinion. Who are we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition, Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Starting our weekend off with 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out today's video. Before we get to those plays from Friday night, take a second, click that thumbs up button. Thank you very much for that. Really helps us out on YouTube, so much appreciated. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Pints and Picks back tonight, too. MLB prop bets I really love for Friday night. You can find that over on our Scores and Odds YouTube page. Quick 1-minute video. All right, let's get into it here tonight. Couple of weather spots, mainly in the Midwest. Chicago, Kansas City, a little bit of rain in Atlanta. Mostly have avoided those spots. If we have to make any changes with any of our picks, we will do so in that YouTube comment section. All right, let's get it rolling here for Friday night. Let's start with a big bopper and spend some money on Raphael Devers of Boston. Now, Devers swinging a good bat here, especially over the last couple games. 5 hits, 2 home runs for him over the last 2, and this guy's been absolutely money against right-handed pitching this season. Woba, well over 400. ISO, well over 300 this season, and really hits the four-seam fastball well, and should see a good dose of those from Randy Vasquez. That is his primary pitch. 2 left-handed hitters. We're talking about a Woba at 433, ISO at 333 against that pitch. Raphael Devers, one of my favorite spend-ups here on Friday night. All right, let's stay right there. I love the Red Sox here tonight. Let's add some value with David Hamilton. Now, a lot of bats I like from this Boston team, especially the left-handed bats. Don't forget the righties either, but the lefties really stand out here, especially a guy like Hamilton. We have him projected to hit second tonight, and at these prices in this matchup, feels like an absolute steal on this guy who's really been good against righties. 369 Woba, ISO nearing 200 for him. And Vasquez, we mentioned, loves to throw that fastball. Hamilton good against that pitch as well, but has really struggled with left-handed hitters. We're talking a Woba way up at 535 this season allowed, and an ISO at 244. So Boston, tremendous stack tonight. Even if you don't stack them, David Hamilton, great one-off play to save you some money. All right, let's go to Riley Green of the Tigers up next. So Green been productive here. Hits in 9 of his last 10 games. Couple multi-hit games from over the last 5, and no surprise, leads this team in both Woba and ISO against righties. At Woba pushing 400, ISO pushing 250 here. Now, please, Zach, we don't have a ton of sample size here. Been dealing with a lot of injuries, but the samples we have not been good against left-handed hitters. Last season, a Woba nearing 500 with an ISO over 300, and he's gotten worse here in 2024. We're talking a Woba way up at 567, and one of the highest ISOs I have seen at 591. Again, grain of salt, limited sample here, but a great matchup and a huge splits advantage here for Riley Green. All right, let's get to my favorite starting pitcher on the night. We are rolling with Charlie Morton of Atlanta. Now, looking like Logan Gilbert, Bailey Ober going to dominate the ownership here tonight. Morton probably the 3rd pitcher in line, but I like this discount we are getting on the ownership here and on the prices with Charlie Morton. Now, we've seen solid upside out of this guy. We've also seen some frustrating moments, so not the safest play in the world. Maybe cash games, you look to a little bit safer play, but upside certainly there in your tournament build. 6 or more strikeouts now in 5 of his last 8 starts, and I love this matchup against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 5th highest strikeout rate in all of baseball against right-handed pitching at almost 25%. And we're talking a team that's bottom 3 in ISO, Woba, and WRC plus against righties. Great spot here for Charlie Morton, and save yourself some ownership off Logan Gilbert and Bailey Ober. All right, back to the bats with more value with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. of Arizona. Now, more of a mid-range value, but I think his price is a little bit too low here on Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So whether part of a stack to save you some money, or again, as a one-off play like we talked about with David Hamilton, I think these prices just simply a steal on Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 2nd on this team in both Woba and ISO against lefties this season. This guy's a strong history of hitting left-handed pitching very, very well and swinging an absolutely red-hot bat right now. 6 multi-hit games for him over the last 8. And look at the numbers over the last month against left-handed pitching. Woba at 432, that ISO at 300. And a great spot here tonight against J.P. Sears, the lefty, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Fantastic value tonight on both FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Friday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play, and a thank you to you guys for all your support here on these videos. All you got to do, click that thumbs up button and head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my highest scoring hitter. We're giving you 5 hitters. Don't even have to guess who it is. Just need a DraftKings output. If your guess is the closest, we're going to ship you some free RotoGrinder swag just for hanging out in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Friday night. You know, Matt, beast of the night. All right, beast time. Promised you 2 stacks, and we're going to go to one of my favorites that's been very good to us here this season in the fantasy bar in a great spot tonight. We are talking Kettle Marte of Arizona, tonight's beast of the night. This guy's simply one of the league's best against left-handed pitching this season, up there with the Aaron Judges of the world in almost every single category. Yet you compare the prices between Aaron Judge up at $6,700 and Kettle Marte down at $5,100 and $3,500 on FanDuel. Absolutely feels like stealing here against lefties. This is the guy that leads all of baseball in home runs this season with 11 against left-handed pitching. And we're talking top 10 and top 5 in some of these categories in WOBA, ISO, and WRC Plus against lefties. Now, JP Sears taking the mound tonight for Oakland has had a rough stretch here. Last 3 starts have not been great and not been good against righties this season. 364 WOBA, 211 the ISO, and a lot of hard contact as well at 54%. Kettle Marte, way too cheap, probably $1,000 underpriced for this matchup against the lefty. Take advantage easily. My favorite play on the board and tonight's beast of the night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Friday night 6-pack. As always, any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter on DraftKings for your shot to win some free RotoGrinder swag. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and go check out Pints and Picks later today over on our Scores and Odds YouTube page. 2 prop bets I love in MLB tonight, so make sure you don't miss out. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.